Namaste. Thank you everyone for joining this meeting today.
Hello, Rajee. Thank you for this satsang and this space and time to live the truth together. On top of living the truth together, I would like to explore with you understanding learning. Because I feel that I was able to live the truth here and now, a certain understanding or certain learning happened in the past to reach here. And as this place is so beautiful, I feel it might be useful to retrace the steps in a way, how to come here and how learning and understanding can help.
I see. So, what I feel about it is that there are two type of understandings inside us. You can say one is practical life related, how to do this, where to how to go from here, how to buy something or business and everything together. That's practical life understanding, and then there is a core understanding, like which includes our values of life also maybe, and something else also. And there is something deeper than that also. But within that kind of area of our mind where we have core understandings. So this, what you are saying, is the part of the core understandings of ourself, which is not really directly, it's not something useful. It is something more fundamental than being useful on a daily basis or in the practical life. So the fundamental core understanding or like this is not something really so useful apparently. It is most useful, but not so useful if we go to find out that how it will help me in this task or this activity of life. But they are more basically the roots, which are absolutely useful, without which the tree cannot exist. So those core understandings need to be corrected, because in that core level, we are believing ourselves about ourselves and about life in a certain way. That way is called the way of the person. Person basically is not really a certain way, but it is more not meeting the truth of who we are, but just believing it, filling in that gap with the guesswork of who we are, like a sense that I know really vaguely what I am, and I know vaguely what life is. This vague understanding at the core level actually creates so much more of such vagueness and confusions when it manifests in the form of our outer level thinkings related to the practical life and everything, because it just carries forward, it gets carried forward more and more and more, extended more and more. So in that way, yes, it is very connected in a way. And because of that, what happens is that once we come to the core understanding through contemplation, we do it. Through contemplation, we correct our core understanding. Contemplation is a conscious way of thinking, but at the core level, not about the daily life or anything. What are our core values? What are our core ways of looking at life? That they are encountered or met by us in the consciousness. That time, it is difficult because they are connected to the outer life also. So we can see our mistake, that I am believing something to be true, but we are not able to let go of it, or it is not changed, mainly because of connectedness outwardly also. But even if little bit of correction here is very good. And then we come to satsang now. Now, the part two of it is that we come to satsang and we listen and we live, we discuss and, can converse and we live the truth now here, no? And those understandings, how they help us now here. Those understandings don't really help us directly. We don't need to use any previous understandings to understand truth here. The soul does not need any previous understanding to live the truth here. But those understandings, when corrected, will not hinder, will not stop us from living the truth here. Otherwise, they stop us. Like whenever the soul starts waking up in satsang, those core understandings feel threatened, because those core understandings are like a core of ego in the mind level. Core of ego is in the energy level also, in the form of unconsciousness, memory. But in the core of ego is in the mind also. So that core of ego is feeling threatened now. So it creates distractions. Then we not able to remain here. We feel I'm going somewhere, I'm being lost, I'm feeling in. It is all created distractions by that core understanding, set of understandings, and which is forming like a core ego, no? At the mind level. So when that is exposed previously, we have previously exposed that into the light of our consciousness, like through contemplation, it loosens up, it relaxes, and it kind of cooperates in a way to the overall activity of satsang, which is exploration of truth, and the light of truth is present here in the, also. So it does not stop us, meaning we are much more present here, and we can listen. And this is the main thing. If you, the soul, can listen to the truth in satsang, you will not believe that mind anymore. So this is the problem, that we are believing into that mind too much that we are not able to listen in satsang. And if we can listen in satsang, we will become free from it. So that's where we have this kind of middle point that you are talking about, no? Like, let us do everything to be free, to become free, including not only satsang but also some sadhana before that, around that, no? Is this what you are saying?
Yes, Rajee, in some of these points I thought maybe we can look a little more, because I feel, and also from experience, when I first came here, in a way I came here to learn and to understand, like in the very beginning, but actually I came with quite some knowledge. So the first thing I was thinking, maybe we can look a little deeper, is about space, like giving space. Because very often it happens where we want to learn, but we come with a lot of knowledge. So there is actually not so much space for an understanding and learning to happen, because I only come with that 1 square meter of space, and please put your understanding in this. And I feel a very important point was to give more space for learning and for understanding. And anyway, this space brought me then anyway deeper, but maybe if you want to share something about this space, giving space.
It is very true that when we come to satsang, let's say starting our spiritual progress, like stepping into spirituality for discovery of higher truth of life and higher joy of being, it is true. In the beginning, if we come like too much full of understandings and questions, there is a possibility that we may actually miss a higher possibility here. That's why giving little bit of space in the beginning is a good idea. No, little bit of space in the sense that 1 day, 2 day, few days we sit, we listen, we give a space to what is being spoken right now. Like we more allow it to be absorbed and understood well deeply without much effort through the active mind or through the practical mind. But also I noticed that this should be done only for few days, at the max few weeks, no, not more than that. Because otherwise what happens is after that our mind also, ego state also gets used to of it slowly. This is the biggest challenge in the spirituality, that our ego get used to of it before we get used to of it. Like our ego reaches or touches or experience, because truth of who we are is death for the ego. So why it would not detect it before you detect? No. You see. So that's why if our ego get used to of it, that okay, coming to satsang, just absorbing, then what happens is that we as ego get settled in satsang. We just come and sleep in satsang now more than waking up. No, we become comfortable. Like satsang becomes like a comfort zone for us now. Satsang is a place of fire. Like you are on a hot plate sitting. How can you be comfortable? You know, we are in this. This is like a havan happening. No? Havan, fire ceremony happening here together. No? How somebody can be? I'm a school. All is fine. You see. So this is also a challenge here. Basically, we should not keep anything less alive or dull or slow. It should be everything alive and actively participating and working. Like tight and not too tight and not too loose at the same time. That can be, we can look at it like this also. But yes, otherwise it's a very important part of beginning correctly in satsang, that we give space. And in each satsang also, we can do the same thing. That in the beginning of 15 minutes, let's say, giving more space to listen, to settle, to settle a little bit here. And then when our energies get settled, then what we call our ego is more easily detected by us. Before that, we are more in a kind of a mix of a state, and then we may not notice that ego so easily in the beginning. So yes, in that way, I feel clearly that it is very important part of it.
And Rajee, what you also shared and said, that increasing the space, or that we are not getting too comfortable. I feel this is also something I realized over the years, is that I mean, in essence, you speak every satsang and every Saturday and every time we meet, we only about one thing. And you're patient enough to put this one thing in many wrappers or in many colors, that whatever color attracts or whatever wrapper attracts, it will hit in the bullseye. Sorry, what I want to say is, Rajee, that with this giving space, every satsang more and more, I feel there is something happening to the understanding, meaning at one point it becomes a knowing, that something I heard many times, and sometimes it's really, really the same story in a way, or the same pointing, I guess even sometimes word for word. And I heard it 10 times. And I didn't get it, or half-heartedly get it, or something. And the 11th time, or the 1000th time, whatever, suddenly there is this click happening. And I feel this is something very essential.
Yes. Giving more space basically is not like literally some space, but giving more space is more like allowing ourselves to listen more than trying to understand immediately. No? You know? And that what it does actually. For that I will have to draw a little bit of a picture here about how we are in the body, mind and the soul together, how it is. No? And that will make it very clear that how we can get maximum from satsang also. No? So the soul is that space that we are. Soul does not have a space. Soul is the space of everything, for everything. No? Soul doesn't have a space, and that's the reason that soul is always asking, I want a space. You know, like, everybody says, no, I want my space. This relationship is kind of not giving me any space. Any relation of anything, not only person. No? We are the space for everything. We are the space in which everything is happening. We are the intelligent space. We are the space which is intelligent, no? Which is sensitive and intelligent. No? But we are more depending on the mind's thinking about everything else, meaning trying to understand. So when we are in satsang, that time when we are trying to understand through the mind, we are keeping ourselves limited to that version called person and approaching truth or satsang in that way of person. We are still going to get something out of it. Like the person actually is still a very good goalkeeper, is still not able to really save all the goals in satsang. So some truth enters in soul despite all of the effort of the ego, mind, no? And that's what we feel that, oh, it was a good satsang today. Like what we call insight that happens. That insight basically is the meeting of this droplet of truth which is being shared reaches to the space of the truth of the soul that you are. And that meeting happens. Insight happens like, oh, realization basically. Insight is basically nothing but a small realization of truth, no? That happens. But what if we support this? This is what you are saying. What if I kind of don't keep my door of the mind too closed, or I just put it aside? If we can put aside the very door of the mind, that side, let whole of myself absorb, listen, live the truth in satsang. Is this not what you are saying?
Actually, I feel you brought another very, very beautiful component in a way. Is this really like, usually I listened just with the ears attached to the brain in a way. And then also what happened in satsang and make it the understanding, the knowing much more deeper, holistic, intense, like these kind of words, was that the listening happens or can happen in or on many layers. So it's not only the ears, it's so much more.
Totally. I understand. Yes, yes. Very, very correct. Um, the one who understands thinking, the subject of thinking, and tries to understand in satsang, no, is the same one who actually understand the very thinking, what is thinking. And if it can relax a little bit in itself while remaining present, not absent, not going to sleep, very attentive, very alert, listening fully, but not narrow or focusing on something particularly. It is the soul who actually knows what is thinking, not this particular type of thinking, this subject of thinking. And then this soul directly, through its own intelligence, will absorb and it will be transformed into understanding of the soul. Because our mind does not need to wake up. Our soul need to wake up. Our self need to wake up. No. So when we listen in satsang, our mind does not wake up actually. Doesn't need to wake up also. It is the soul which realizes something inside itself. Just to start with, that I am. Meaning regardless of what is going on in my mind and in my life, I am. I am constant. Do you have anything else constant in your life? Is there anything constant in our life? No, nothing. Just one single thing that is constant is our own self. And it is realized in satsang so simply, just so simply. Just sit, just listen. Not trying to focus, trying to take something quickly, but more allowing. So every satsang becomes a meditation session also, no? By just remaining present here. Present is important part, by the way, because otherwise we go to sleep, no? Thinking that I'm just listening. No, you don't need to just listen in the sense that listening is one of the things you are doing. You need to just listen in the sense that listening is the only thing that you are doing. Nothing else. No? So if you are not doing anything else, only listening, then this listening is correct. Then whole of it is not about whether we are thinking or not right now. It is about is whole of myself, whole of yourself present or not? The more of yourself present here, the more of yourself will benefit. When whole of yourself is present, then we understand truth beyond mind in satsang. Because whole of ourself is much more than mind, much more than the identity, much more than the person we think we are. All of us are the soul in which the mind is happening, where we are feeling that I am a person. What we should do now to realize that I am a soul? You see? One thing is to be done within that mind. That is what is contemplation and other spiritual practices, to make us free from this two position in this 2-1-1-0 framework, so that we can come to that more stable state. Within that only, but still not divided, not engaged, not busy, mostly free, whenever necessary, doing some job and again remaining free. That is the 2-1 position within this 2-1-1-0 framework, which helps a lot. When you are in satsang now, that one within this 2-1 position, within the mind only, gets a message. You don't have anything to do here. You can relax. And soul gets activated, like soul comes to life fully now in satsang. That, okay, it's my job to understand, it's not mind's job. Like this. And this happens seamlessly, because it is the same soul living as this one in this 2-1. There is nobody else. Like this. So all these things are in this way connected. Yeah.
And I think this brought us very nicely from understanding to living the truth.
It is. Thank you.
To this satsang. Thank you so much.
I also wanted to say that you were thanking me a lot in the beginning, and I would, that you were saying that you are saying the same truth in so many different ways, and I want to say that I cannot take the full credit of it. You are also contributing by asking like truly asking, being present and ready to understand again and again. It is contributing also. It is like a song we are singing together, no? Some part you are doing, some part I am doing, but who is counting that? Who is contributing how much? No? It is so joyful, really, no? I just want to say with folded hands to all of you, my friends, that if exploration of truth is not joyful for you, really you need to look deeply. Something is not okay inside. Because it is. The exploration of truth is joyful and always joyful. Always joyful. Otherwise, maybe you are trying to bring life to the dead without letting it be alive. It's not going to happen. You are life itself. Wake up. Do you really think that you need to do anything more than realizing who you are? Realizing who you are means living who you are. Satsang is that environment where we are living who we are. The more you are present here in satsang, the more it is possible to live who we are. And for being present in satsang, we need to be able to be absent from the mind, to be able to withdraw ourselves from that mind. And for that we do practices before satsang. Sadhana we do before satsang, like that. So thank you. Thank you. Very nice talking to you. Because Miriam, if it was not joyful for me to explore truth like this, I don't think it would continue. So it's very nice. Anna, if you are ready, you can talk.
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
Yesterday you were talking about conflict in the heart, or conflict of the heart, and I would like to hear a little bit more about it. And maybe in relation to heart meditation, or how it can be resolved through some of the offerings that you make, and or Guruji. Thank you.
Yes. So, conflict in the heart basically is the conflict in the experiencer of everything that happens in the heart. Heart is the place from where we live, basically. Mind is the place where we think, or we live the reality through thinking, through thoughts. Thoughts are that which we live really in the mind, not really any reality. Heart is that place where we actually live reality directly. And the liver, the experiencer of the heart, is divided, having an opinion. I like this, I don't like this. This is the conflict in the heart. And how to resolve it? The, the experiencer has to reach to one unified experience, which is neither totally like any of the opposites, no? Or basically it is totally different than any of the two, or any of the opposites. And that is possible by heart breathing, for example. So what is heart breathing is not really just to come into the heart, but more importantly, come out of the mind. And mind in this case is not really a set of thoughts. It is an attitude, a belief in the experiencer that things have to be divided and things are divided. And I have to choose one experience over the other. And then through heart breathing, you slip out of that subtle belief in the experiencer who is in the heart and experiencing everything into your purity, into your innocence. Like, hey, without judging or imposing anything onto any experience, let me just see what it is. And then at that time, not only you are living the purity of any and every experience, but actually you are experiencing yourself that time also at the same time, where you are experiencing continuous joy. So this is what is the inner conflict in the heart, and this is how it is resolved. Then what happens? Then the experiencer lives its constant flavor, its constant vibration, while has become free now from the conflict of the need to choose one experience over the other. And this is what becomes the way to become free from engagement with anything and everything other than who we are. This is what is sitting in the heart and just absorbed more and more into the being, into the truth of who we are. And then slowly, all the chains are broken. Slowly, everything, all the chains are broken, are found to be just slowly not there, not there, not there, not there. And you, the soul, somehow start remembering, oh my God, it was really a very powerful dream of imprisonment, but thank God, I woke up now. So this is what it is for me. Please say anything else.
You said yesterday also that we need to learn how to meditate well. So in regards to that, what you were just explaining, just very practically, I can just say, for example, yesterday I was sitting, and then while I'm listening to the words, I'm only a space that listens to the words. And every now and again I do the heart breathing, just to be even more like that I know that I'm present. And then when the silence remains after that, like if there is no more speaking, then there is just this space, and then either breathing or just enjoying or not even doing that. So maybe you can say a little bit more about that. So where does then the conflict turn in? Probably like when we go out in the outer world, like maybe connected to the totality that we live after that, or that we try to live after that. Thank you.
Oh, so very beautiful what you're saying, and actually meditation is the next step from this heart. When we are heart free from conflict, meditation is our next step. So what is meditation in this case? That the experiencer who is experiencing itself, its own unified vibration, but still looking at the other experiences, sensitive towards the other experiences happening in the heart also. Now it gets more absorbed in itself and not like just simply unhooking itself from every experience now, just into its own heart, into its own vibration. And your description that I'm just here in silence listening in satsang is correct actually for that. Because the experiencer can listen when it is from its own silence. It will not interpret it in any way. It will not say it a good experience or a bad experience, or it will not give any name to it or anything, but it will meet it directly as it is. And this is what is meditation, just being without doing anything. This is where the true way of being is being lived by the soul that we are. So the true nature of our being is lived in satsang, in this state what you are calling meditation, which is meditation actually. Here there are 2-3 points I feel which can help in some way. That one is that we may feel that I am in meditation or in satsang right now, absorbed like this, but maybe only partially. Meaning we are not noticing yet that still lot of ourself is engaged with those thoughts which are in the mind, or with that mind which is mixed with us, the experiencer, and looking at experiences in the heart in a dualistic manner. So part of ourself is still in a alive manner, in an active manner, involved with it, and we are not noticing it yet. So let us monitor our absorption, how much more we are absorbed in the moment, in the meditation, in satsang, listening. And how to monitor? Just a little bit more than certain amount of ourself when absorbed in our own being, that we start experiencing joy. The topic that we discussed many times before. So it is mainly that less of you is absorbed in yourself, that you are not experiencing joy. Even if for a few minutes, for a few seconds, no. But clearly you are able to feel joy. Like clearly you know that it is joy. It is something out of the world, out of my world. I have never experienced anything like this. And it is every time like this, by the way. Not one time only. Like there is no way our mind can catch a glimpse of it and interpret it in that way and keep searching for it. Because you are here not searching for that joy. You are just living yourself. No? Joy is an outcome. It happens always, but it does happen also. No? So we can use it as a note, as a little bit of a checkpoint. That am I absorbed sufficiently in myself? From where joy comes actually? Joy comes from the being only. But when you, the being, is relaxed in yourself, like comfortable with you. Are you comfortable with yourself? And there is a point when you are vigilant, when you are alert, but not comfortable. And there is a point beyond vigilance towards the being, where you are comfortable with yourself and there is no need for any vigilance now. Because there is only being now, there is nothing else here. And you, the being, also knows there is no need for vigilance. Vigilance is required outwardly, not inwardly. Inwardly, towards the being, no vigilance is required. The whole being is awareness itself. Nothing can enter into it anyway. Only when the being is connecting to the heart, to the experiences, to the mind, to the body, to anything and everything else other than its purity, that a vigilance is necessary. And it is so joyful, really. But you cannot bring any standards here. You cannot bring any definitions here. You cannot bring anything basically. Only you can be absorbed into yourself. Now your eyes might be open or closed, but you are just not seeing anything now. Your mind is functioning, but there is no one attending it. There are experiences happening in the heart, but there is nobody there to live them. Everything is functioning, but the soul just got absorbed in itself. No? And it also means that really we don't have to do much changes in our body mind to be absorbed into who we are. No? It's an internal thing, deeper, subtler than the body mind. Then how body mind can stop us? Except when we are holding on to the body mind. Don't hold on to the body mind then. As simple as this. No? So you are the subtlemost presence in this layered existence in the body, holding on to the grosser levels. They cannot hold on to you, but you can hold on to them. Don't hold on to them. Is the key to be free from them into subtlety of who you are, and beyond that, beyond the subtlety, the formlessness, the zero. Zero is not a subtlety, it's not a vibration. But before that, the subtlemost vibration, that is joy itself. Joy itself, peace itself. No? So thank you. I think this will help in some way. Or?
Very beautiful. Thank you very much. I can see where the like what would normally try to disturb this space is the vibration of others when surrounded with others, which means there must be something that is inside of me that reacts to the vibration of others, and then this reaction to that, which is like how do you call it, conditioned, or like which is just something that's learned. And then if we manage to relax even a little bit more instead of reacting to that, but still not possible not to notice, then I guess like this is the
Yes.
work that's in front now.
Very correct. Very correct. Maybe I give you a technical view of it that there are different layers of consciousness. Body is one layer of where one layer of consciousness is physical, non-physical, deeper, emotional, and all of that. Everywhere there are certain vibration. Ours and others both. What is our vibration? Let's say at the emotional level is not really entirely ours. Like we cannot claim it to be ours at any point of time. It is all collective all the time. How it is ours is that we need to make it our, my feeling, my thought. We have to make it actively. That's why if you don't do anything, you will stop that active work of trying to make. So as long as you are holding on to a certain vibration at that level where other people are as my vibration, you will be affected by others. Not because of others, it just some engagement will happen. And if you let go of your vibration of that level, the vibration of that level of other people cannot affect you now. It's about leaving the whole realm of consciousness. It's not about leaving one thing at a time there. Like this. It may be a practical example. So I'm giving you that we were. I shared it a few times that I'm sitting in a restaurant with Madhvi and my wife, and it's very crowded. Like so crowded that we cannot listen to it without trying to listen. And then I felt like it's kind of noisy but it was AC also, so it's nice food also. So let us live, let us sit here. And then kind of something in me retracted itself, like withdrawn itself from the listening level, and everything became quiet and nicely, like nothing is happening. It's like a mute movie, like a silent movie. And everything was fine until Madhvi said something, and then I listened. Then I came back to this level, and the noise came back. Oh my God! So all the noise is in relation to our focus. We are trying to focus on something versus, they are doing something else which is not letting us focus. But what if you don't focus on anything? This is the point. This is what is meditation, not focusing on anything. Then we remain as the being, and it's really very beautiful. It's very joyful. Please, you should try. Everybody should try this. It's very joyful, apart from realizing the truth of who we are, which is eternal being that we are. It's very joyful to begin with. So this example can give you some clue. Like there is somebody there at that level which you are interested in, which is bringing the noise of everyone else present at that level now. No? During the time of meditation, I mean. And you said the other part, totality. Yes, you are very right. Totality is what we learn in a way or remember again. When we remember ourselves in the meditation, we also remember our way of being in the practical life, which is totality. So not only we will naturally feel like being total in everything that we will do, we can also remind ourselves through our stable understandings of the seeker that, hey, totality is my way, not dividedness. Dividedness is the way to remain as the ego, in the ego. Like the very core of ego is dividedness. The very core of ego is dividedness. No? And if you don't want to live as ego, just don't divide yourself. Thinking is okay, practical life is fine. Like dividedness, and another component of ego is unfinished business. Dividedness and unfinished business. Soul is eternal, timeless, time beyond time. Soul is beyond time. And if the soul does not leave any trails of unfinished business, soul is not living as a person, no? As an ego, no? Like totally fine, I will live anything, but I will finish my response in this moment only. And next time I will respond to the same thing, but like a new response. So nobody will know the difference from outside, but you will know, I will know. I will remain free. Always free from life after responding to it. Free for what? Free for yourself. Free from the Lord who is sitting in your own heart in the form of the light of truth. What is this light of truth through which we see? It is the light of God actually in our own heart. No? It's so close actually, so close. We just need to attend. It's a big deal really that is free. We just have to attend, not that we have to create. No? Just to attend. Let us enter into the temple of our own soul and attend the light of Lord here. Thank you. Very nice. Thank you. God bless you. Very, very nice.
This is such a beautifully fiery satsang that I just couldn't hold myself back. I just wanted to jump in.
Thank you. That you are, I think it's because of all of you, because of beings like you that it is like this. It is how it is right now. No? Beautifully fiery. Yes. Beautifully fiery is like there is enough fire to cook well what we are trying to cook, but not so fiery that it is burn anything. No? But also it is not so less fire that nothing will cook. Yeah. Appropriately fiery. No? Yeah. It has to be like this. Otherwise, we will break this awakening into so many steps, and it is true that it takes time. It is true that it takes time. But what is exactly that? What takes time in the direction of awakening? We must understand deeply. Yes, true. Our energies are not ready for it. When we meet this fire of satsang, that we may feel a little too fiery sometime afterward, or like this. Yes, it is true. But what exactly takes time? Mainly it is the soul not getting acclimatized to it, not accepting its truth in a way. is still attached to the comfort zone of ego, is still believing or expecting life to be in that way internally. That is what is taking time. No? Like the soul not giving up its old way, that is taking time, no? Mainly. Once the soul has given up the old way, fiery or no fiery, how does it matter? No? Let's say you were living in a dream. In the dream, you were in your air-conditioned, cool house, and you could regulate the temperature so much that you could even take a blanket and nicely sleep. And then you woke up and it is very, very hot room. It's all like this, perspiring and all. Would you like to go back? Would you like to go back? This is the question. And many times in the seeker state of being, when we are seeking, we like to go back there, even if it is not true. No, it is better to be in this heat, even if it is heat, but it is true. No? So, thank you. Thank you. The fundamental approach towards awakening, meditation, for example, meditation, just sitting, just being here, is very, very practical actually in a way. Let us just be here and let's not do anything. We can immediately come to the truth of who we are. And we can start living the truth of who we are immediately also. We can, not necessarily we will, no. But even if we don't come and live the truth of who we are immediately, we will notice that I am thinking continuously. Why I am thinking continuously about different things? You see, why I am thinking? So I am living in some kind of thinking, in the way of thinking, like a thinking world. Am I living in some kind of thinking world? No. We will notice that. It is also a very good attainment through meditation. Then we will become free from it. No. Because thinking itself is not a good or bad thing. No. But are we aware when we are thinking? Aware of what? Aware of the thinker, no? Are we aware when we are thinking? Aware of thinker, no? If yes, it's all fine. No? Like the thinker should keep one foot on the ground of reality of now, always. And keep one foot on the ground of reality of nowness, no? While thinking. Thinking means the other foot using to go somewhere. Thinking takes us somewhere in the places, in the imaginations, in the contemplation. Then thinking is nice actually. But when the thinker is so absorbed in the thinking that the thinker forgets itself, its own existence. No? That is what is the case of ego. The thinker has forgotten itself when thinking. You see the point? Thinking is not a problem. Thinking is fine, no? Thinking is one of the activities of the soul, one of the abilities of the soul. No? Same about feeling also. Same about experiencing also, no, in the heart. But when the experiencer forgets about itself while experiencing, then by the way, experiencing is also not real anymore. The experiencing is only as real as the experiencer. Thinking is also as real as the thinker. Real means serving the truth, serving the reality. Then it becomes an addiction. Thinking becomes an addiction when the thinker is absent or unaware of itself. And experiencing in the heart becomes an addiction also. like it is living in itself now. It is the addiction experiencing itself, no? And experiencing the things, no? Not the real experiencer. No? That's where the real that we are kind of goes takes a back stage or something, like back step, like it's not there anymore. It is all the time there. You are always there. I want to remind all of you, we are always there. We are the real. Let's take charge by doing the right method, like right method. No, we need to understand the right method also. Because just by thinking about these things also may be not sufficient. What is in this whole picture? What is heart breathing? Heart breathing is an overall activity. It's not some from some heart to some other place, some place to some other place. It's like just out of that compulsiveness and state of addiction into the truth of who we are. No, heart breathing is like this now. In this example, when you breathe in, come into your heart with the breathing which is coming in. When the breathing goes out, breath goes out, don't go out with that. Remain still, don't move. You can keep your hand on the heart also, just to give yourself a sense of centeredness, mm, sense of reference for from where you are trying to get out and where you are trying to get in. No? Just a reference. No? And this is going to bring us back to our stillness of being. And it is going to bring us out of the activity. No, out of the activity, any movement, anything. It is going to make us free from the engagement with anything that is moving, and it is going to bring us back to the stillness that we are. No? With every breath coming in, we come in the heart. When the breath goes out, let the breath go out itself. You don't go out with it. You become still immediately after coming in the heart. Like more of you joining the stillness which is present in the heart. Once you come in the heart, you also become the stillness. Like totally still, just not going anywhere now. And this is a simple, most powerful, simple way to get out of any form of deceptions created by the mind. Because mind is not just a place, it's a way, it's a deception created inside the soul that I am something else. That we forget who we are. No? So it is a way to get out of that forgetfulness about who we are into the truth of who we are. And different kind of thoughts and feelings will try to pull us. They are just part of that engagement from which we are trying to be free right now. Simply ignore, focus on incoming breath. Always again and again focus on the incoming breath. Allow yourself to come in the heart with the incoming breath. And once in, as the breath going out, become still, don't go anywhere. Remain in the heart, remain just in the stillness. It is so simple like this. So thank you. Deepa, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee. I have two questions. One is how to be kind and at the same time setting the right boundaries.
Let's go one by one.
Yeah. Yes, please. Yes, please.
This There is a concept of remaining as the presence, remaining as the soul, no? Which is actually a actuality, it's a actual possibility. So what is that is like if we divide ourselves into 5 layers in our body mind, and the who is living in the body mind is the soul, ourself, true self that we are. So these 5 layers, the first 4 layers are made of that environment, or are presenting that environment inside us where we have a choice of opposites like happiness, unhappiness, nice, not nice, positive, negative, not like this. But the fifth layer doesn't have any such things. It is a unified one layer. And if we are sitting in this one layer, and then we are called, I am sitting as the soul in the body, no? Then it is called, we are sitting as the soul or as the presence in the body, no? And from this place, from this presence, soul, we are able to maintain our boundaries very well, because all the other 4 layers which contain the interrelated opposites also are our own layers. Like the soul knows that this is my individuality, this is my individual life. So we are able to maintain the boundaries. While the nature of the soul is kindness, because it is able to feel the truth in others also what it feels inside itself. So it's a natural way of being kind while maintaining boundaries, in a very practical sense. Because being kind is not really an act only. It for us, for me, I feel it is a state of being more than a activity. Activity sometimes can be practical, but at heart you can still be kind. Like this. So this is my way of looking at it at the moment.
Is it like first you have to be kind to your soul and then it gravitates?
In a way, yes. Because we are really living in some kind of a strange state, what we call person is a very strange state of the soul, in which it is like soul hates everyone equally, including itself, you know. So it is very correct that first soul has to accept itself, be kind towards itself, and love itself as it is. And that nourishment of its love to itself kind of washes it in a way, or removes that kind of deep pain in the heart, in the soul, no? And only when that pain is not there, then a soul can be kind towards itself and towards everybody else, no? Otherwise that pain keeps us a little bit in an aggressive mode where we are not really kind to others, no? Kindness simply means that we have more than we can consume, more than we need, that we like to give to others, no? Is it not like this? It is same like love also. Love is also a state where we have more than we need. Then we feel like sharing, offering some comfort, something to some other, no? It is also the state of happiness, it is state of joy basically. In the joy we like to give or not, like we feel like giving. I want to give something to someone, Is it not like this? All these three are combined together in one place. This is the place of our own being. It's a place of wisdom actually. Place of our being is a place of wisdom where we maintain these things very nicely, very wisely. We are not emotional here, by the way, at all. We may feel emotions, we may have emotions, but we are not affected or influenced by them up to the degree that it start changing our decision. No, no. Deciding from beyond the wisdom, from the wisdom which is beyond the emotion also. That's why I'm saying one. It's a one place, one thing. Soul, its wisdom, its presence, its vibration. Just one thing here. In this fifth The soul feels I am experiencing myself. I'm just experiencing myself. Because if there is anything other than this soul, then we are not in the fifth still. We are outward a little bit still. No? Like there are two again. Two is not really a reality. Two is a functioning of that level. It divides everything into two. Those outer layers, outer coast, they divide everything into two. Even the soul, if given to it. And the fifth is where everything is united back to one. Doesn't matter what is given to it in a way. But nothing enters here anyway. That's the original vibration of existence lives here. Thank you. It's very beautiful. Thank you. Please, you go ahead. Second step. Second question.
Yeah. A little bit more about the first one. It's like you become the witness of emotions and you let it pass by, whatever it is, whether it's happiness, sadness. You just be in the moment, let it pass by, and then you are not, attached to it. Or
I would say like this, that emotion is a energy of a certain type from a certain level, and it enables us to live life in a certain way. So it's not about emotional energy, it's about old or new. Egoic means old emotional energy we are using to live the newness of this moment, and we are never going to feel the newness, no? It's about that. So, yes, letting egoic or old emotions pass and letting the soul create the new emotion, no? In the moment and feel the life, the tree, and everything. Like how you, the soul, which is so subtle that you are like space, can touch a tree which is so gross or so physical. There are steps in between. No? Emotion is one step, another step is physicality, prana also, physicality also, like this. So emotional cannot be ignored, but old emotions are containing the egoic memory. You know, they are containing that egoic way of experiencing. No? So egoic way of experiencing in the emotion, egoic way of thinking in the mind. Like this. These two places have memory of ego. No? Emotion itself is totally fine. Otherwise, how you will feel anything? Like tangibly, no? Tangibly, how we will feel anything? No? Is this understood?
yes, definitely, definitely. It's like I am going back to again understanding that nothing is wrong. It's a process. Just live it. Just keep living it.
Keep living is the key.
Keep living. Yeah, keep living it and let it just pass by on its own. Don't think too much. Don't interfere too much. Just live it.
Yes, yes. Because in the emotional level of experiencing, also there is a framework where the subtler base emotions are established already by life for us. They don't need to be destroyed completely, really. They just can be refined and washed in a way. No? And by letting ourselves flow and live life, they are being washed and corrected. No? Up to the level that they don't retain any personal impressions anymore. And then it's all fine. Then it's your emotions, your framework, no? Of the soul. No? Yes, yes, very correct.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's my joy also to live with you truth like this so immediately. Thank you. Very nice.
So the other question is about hara, our belly. Can you share more insight about what I've understood is that it is actually based on the fear, and it helps you invite in understanding where your fears are. Can you give a little bit more detail about it?
Okay. I always will look at it from the point of view of awakening, okay? I hope you all are aware of it. You are aware of it? Yeah. So it's not from the point of view of a person or what to do with it or not. It's more just an overview of what it is. The soul is connected to the body, okay? Like it has been joined to the body. No? And that joint makes a soul, and now something which it is not originally. No? The soul originally is divisible. It cannot be divided. It cannot be deconstructed. But now soul can be deconstructed. No? And this brings base fear in the soul. Meaning it's an actual fear. Like soul knows that I can be deconstructed. No? So, and which lives basically in the belly. This fear lives in the belly because the joint lives in the belly. No? Like this. And this fear and this joint both are unconscious. No, they are unconscious joint. It's an unconscious joint. Meaning the one who created would be aware of it obviously, but the one who is bound to it, to the body, the soul who is bound to the body is not aware that when I did it and how I did it. No? You see? Hence the fear. Like I don't know how I got attached to the body and how I will just become free. No? But as the soul discovers its truth beyond all the four kosh, it has a chance to go deeper than fifth also. In the sense that it can actually come to that level of existence where it was connected to the body, or it can basically become aware of how it is connected to the body, let's say, to be simple. Like we are breathing right now. No? Breathing is bringing life to the body. Life is given from what? Who is giving life? You, the soul, is giving life to the body. Every incoming breath, you, the soul, is giving life to the body, or you are coming in the body. No? By you coming in, life is given to the body. Like this. This is your connection with the body or not? It's a one breath at a time. how fragile it is, no? And how much we are taking it for granted. No? So this can be known through our realization of who we are first. Not without that. Not without that. Without that, it will be only imagination, no? Which makes no sense really. Like it will make it worse actually. This fear will become worse than that now. So it is better to keep the fear in the existential way as it is given to every one of us, so that we will remain under control. No? Otherwise, our ego will, touch the sky. No? So this is the fear of not existing in a way, in the way of body. No? And when the soul discovers its existence beyond the body, then this fear reduces to nothing. Like it's not there. Like now, it doesn't really matter if I am not there with the body. I still am without the body. No? Like this. So this is that factor which changes it also. Do you feel that this is what you are talking?
Yes, definitely. And I guess it answers a lot what I am, even more than what I was actually, feeling or living it. But then, yes, it's kind of an opportunity when your hara is saying something to you, or I don't know.
This I don't
Yeah.
understand. But how Hara will say something to you?
Okay, so there have been times when I feel that the gut, earlier my gut used to get upset very easily. Now, whenever there is any energy transfer, like somebody hugs me, let's say for example, I feel immediate. There's at times there's some pain at my hara directly. So now I get it that it's actually pointing out to the fears that were unaddressed.
Okay.
Can you say more? Yeah.
I don't think that it is connected to that. I was talking about the core joint between the mm, because after that joint also there are chakras, no, which contain many other things like emotionality and all, no, also. So I feel that is affected in some way. Like the personal emotionality is what is affected by other persons, no, in a way, like in some way, no? Because we all contain that, no, inside the belly. It totally makes sense. It was very simple example that I one time saw long time back when I was young, teenager, that I saw one accident happening in front of me. Like I saw one man died in front of me just in a split of second. We were talking, we were there, and he just moved towards the road, and then one car came and hit him. I could not eat whole day that day. I just could not eat anything. This became like what happened. It was happening here only, no. Like so. Even that 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 way how we live, it has some kind of connection with the belly also. Like I just could not imagine that I can eat anything right now. It like so pain, such a deep pain was felt of that person or something. Like something died in me. In a way. You see. So in that way, I can say that yes. So that actually, in your case, that person basically is an indication, not a threat or a problem. It's an indication that some cleaning is necessary. Cleaning means that a state of energy is too frozen and not responding well to the meeting with life. Because life cannot be filtered out so much that I'm just going to meet the nice people. But it can be made stronger. We can make ourselves stronger, no? That I can meet anybody, no? Like if you can feel yourself inside your belly, no? If we can fill our belly with our own self, our own presence, no? What about it? Then there will not be impressions of others or persons or personal way, which will not be kind of affected. No? You see what I mean? Like your own system, regardless of who is today present in your room or not. Your own way of living, regardless of with whom we are working, living, doing anything. You see? It is possible. So we are good then?
Yes, yes. It's like becoming robust here.
Exactly. That's my point. Becoming robust here in the belly section. And we'll take care of a lot of emotional problems and everything else around it, including confusions in thinking also.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Because either you, the soul, do something about these energies which are involved whenever we think in any way, we feel life in any way. Then we are kind of improving, making it more flexible and robust in a way, so that it works in favor of what we do, what we want to do or not. Or it is going, because of carrying the old impressions, will get triggered by the presence of other people. And it is obviously going to not go in our favor. It will not be serving anybody else. It's not like this. It's just that wastage of time, distortion basically, distortion in the experiencing, in the thinking. No? as simple as distortion. Nothing personal here really. I think good. Thank you. Thank you. Very nice.
Thank you.
So may I humbly remind you that if you do Prabhata Shuddhi, meaning morning purification, which basically is mainly about belly, in one way or the other, no? Doing yoga, pranayam, anything else, but mainly intention. It's not Prabhata Shuddhi is not a set of activities recommended by me, no? It's more of a understanding that to inspire you to keep cleaning yourself every day of the old. We cannot keep clean ourselves of ourselves or of our essential. No? Only that which is like a dust, old impressions. No? And we keep doing meditation also. In the morning we do a little bit after Pravashuddhi. Just sitting, not doing anything. Living the truth of who we are beyond the belly, beyond everything. Who we are is beyond belly, by the way. The joint between the soul and the body is also at the top, at the bottom, but we are not talking about that right now. And then living life totally also. So these are the 3 points, no? Which is a complete program in itself. No? Just wanted to remind you that already there is a program here that you can follow, and very easily it will take care of everything. Because living totally is going to create that environment, that fire, which transforms the energy. Pravas Shuddhi is also going to stir up and loosen up those things, which will be transformed and, beautifully burnt also when necessary through the fire of totality, and also through the fire of the soul in meditation. So all of that is environment connecting and supporting to everything else, no? Like this. Thank you. I think it's very good.
I'm still learning how to remove the old ways and how to inculcate the new ways. Thank you for being there and helping me a lot in this.
Thank you. Thank you. Just you through meditation, you will reach to the purity of your being, and you will start falling in love with that purity and that freshness, and then that's basically end of attachment to the old, no? Because we have a need for the attachment to the old. As long as that need is there, howsoever hard we try not to attach ourselves, that's not going to change, no? Only when that need is replaced by something else, when we find an alternative way. No? Meditation actually is an alternative way of being. Totality is an alternative way of doing. No? The real way of doing, real way of being. No? Thank you. It is all good. Thank you. Thank you.
Rajee, thank you so much for all of these valuable things which you just shared. And I'm a big fan of Pravat Shuddhi. And I feel if I will not start my day with Pravat Shuddhi, that something is wrong, because it brings so much freshness and purity, and it's not give me much how to say the something from the past, like old things. So thank you for this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Practice. And what I wanted to say also, lots of thank you for the Instagram. You started your page in Instagram, and now I'm your follower, and
you.
I like the shorts.
Thank you for that. I'm learning that.
I'm your fan also there. So I like these shorts because first of all, when you're scrolling, you see your videos, and it is completely different than everything else I see there. It's so pure, so nice, and it's like fresh air. Because in the middle of lots of knowledge and lots of everything, lots of other videos, you can just stop for a moment, and
That's a good idea.
connect to yourself truly. And after listening your video, I always say, yes, it is true, it is true. And it's so nice that in the middle of some big job, big work I'm doing, I can just make this kind of break, stop, connect to myself, be with this, and then come back and continue again to do what I'm doing. It's so beautiful. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and thank you for your beautiful page and for your beautiful shorts.
Thank you, thank you. It's very good then. It is serving such a good purpose because what is happening on social media, let's say in general, scrolling, is essentially happening inside the mind all the time. Social media is nothing but an extension of that. It's not something like, oh, something bad. No, it is a need of the mind, present ego mind. That's why it appeals to us, no? And within that, when something can stop you, no? It's a very good thing. Then it is serving. These things are, thank you, team who is working on this, no? That is serving that. Because if we can stop even for a moment and take a breath, we have done something very powerful today, even for one moment. Because for those who are never stopping, just think of it, those who are never stopping, like since ever, like since they were born, they are just never stopping. You all are practicing stopping one way or the other, you are experiencing it also. But just think of those who are never stopping, never stopping. So thank you that you mentioned this.
So I have a question also to you. So I practice a little bit of meditation and all, and I feel I discover something, but still I have this question, what is the purpose of this life? Because I'm here, you're here, we are having very beautiful meetings, and I'm very much connecting to this, but still I have this question. Can we clarify this if possible?
See, there are two types of people in this world. The one who have time to think about the purpose of life, and the other one who are so busy in the truth and the joy of their being that they don't have any time for it. So which one you are? Or which one you want to be also? What I'm trying to say here in this lightweight manner is that purpose of life is to be lived, not to be discussed. No? Or can it really be discussed? Or shall it be really discussed only? It is good to be discussed, it's okay. But like I tell you, the purpose of life is that so and so. What will happen after that? It will not really change the truth of life. Let us live the truth of life. And for living the truth of life, we need to live the truth of who we are. That is going to for sure give access to this truth, this answer of this question. Because you are asking me means you have a trust in me that you must be knowing it. And I know that, but I cannot say that. What to do now? I know what is the purpose of life, but I cannot say that. Because whatever I say is going to put that into sort of a relative context where it looks like this is the purpose and this is not. No, the whole thing is the purpose of life. Everything that is happening is the purpose of serving the purpose of life only. So what is the purpose of life then? That's strange, no? Fundamentally few things can be said, but makes no sense to discuss that. So I would like to invite you right now to you say to me something. So what is the purpose of life for you? And we just joyfully explore it with the openness to come to the truth of it, not imposing our ideas on it or trying to fix it into a conclusion. You see? That's a joyful exploration, like a song we are singing together. No?
So I will start from myself. That I can be anywhere now, and I can be. My interest can be also on anything, but I'm here now and I'm listening, and I enjoy it so much, to be honest. It's so joyful to be here right now. And I clearly know and feel that it is something which I'm interested in so much that I cannot tell you anything else which could be that much interesting to me in this life now. And as far as I know, that my attachment to something else is not here anymore. Maybe before it was here, like with the money, with the family, with something, but it's not that strong anymore now. Of course, I have some, but still I feel this attachment of myself, or this desire to explore myself more and more. It's much more stronger now. So I would say that continue exploring myself. This is the purpose of my life now, because I'm really interested on it.
Very beautiful what you said, no? I feel that as you will live the truth of yourself more, explore the truth of yourself more, somehow as if the meaning of everything will be revealed in your heart by itself. Like first thing that happens when we come to the unity of who we are is that we catch a break, no, from that a kind of a struggle of trying to unite everything or stitch our life together. We kind of relax now that, oh, I don't need to stitch. Or we just feel that I don't want to do anything right now, even if my life is broken, But we live in that unbroken, undivided state of being for some time. And then as we rest more here, we discover that I'm never broken or divided. I don't need to stitch myself together anymore. And from here, the true way of being emerges in a way. Look comes, not outlook, but a look comes from the being towards the life now. And slowly it is found that life is also not really divided. Things are not really divided that they need to be stitched together. They are already in one way or the other serving each other like some kind of one purpose. They are serving some kind of one purpose, And that's where you will start coming closer to the reality of what is the purpose of life. You see? Because unless we come to the wholeness of life, we cannot truly, really understand what is the purpose of it. No? If there is any, let's say. Meaning there can be a purpose, there must be a purpose, but maybe not the way we think about it. No? So, as you are coming to the wholeness of your being, you will start living the wholeness of life also. And then it will be for sure possible to know like what is this whole thing, but in the way of soul, in the way of life, not in the way of a mind or a individual thinker or who is looking at it. No? Like asking the ocean, what is the purpose of ocean? Ocean says, come inside. But you cannot survive as anything else. Only ocean survives in the ocean. Are you ready for it? That's what I'm saying. So just come inside, live in the ocean. Ocean will tell you what is the purpose. No? But that time you will be the ocean also. So nobody really without being the ocean can know what is the purpose of ocean. In the same way, nobody without being the soul and the life itself can know what is the purpose of life. Life knows the purpose of life. Nobody else, you see. This is the point I'm trying to make here through this kind of joyful exploration. But externally holding on to an opinion about it that, okay, this is the purpose of life is not going to serve any purpose. It will just hold you back from going deep in the oneness with life. No, that's not good, no. You see?
Yes. I ask this question because with this question I came to you some times ago, because I was I stopped to love everything around me, and I couldn't find anything interesting in this anymore. And I started to ask, like, what is the purpose? Because I'm just getting everything from life. I'm not giving anything. So I have to find my way, like what to do now. And after some time, I started to follow your guidance and be in your presence, and it becomes so beautiful. So I felt that I can again come back to this question, and I should answer it myself.
Understand. How wonderful. Thank you. Then it's very, very good. Because the question can be also a kind of a like 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 not so immediate questioning and not so immediate answering, and can be like this also, like immediately questioning and immediately answering. The more immediate the answer we want, the more we need to remain open for a non-conceptual, non-conclusive answer, no, which is going to be more of a knowing, not a knowledge, like knowing, like something started in you, like you started knowing the purpose of life. You have not concluded yet that okay, I know now everything about it. And I feel this is the true way of knowing anything anyway. Knowing is the true way of anything, of knowing anything. That I have started, and I'm happy, and every day more happy. But I have not concluded yet. Our hurry to conclude anything is our hurry to remain in the mind, in the belief of conclusions and knowledge. Where we have the conclusion about ourselves also. We have concluded already, okay, who I am. Why you think is difficult to inquire who we are? Because we already concluded. Like, what is the point? I already know. I have set everything fixed. Everything is fixed now. Now you are unsettling everything by asking question. No, you see. But living in those conclusions is living a dead life. Dead life. It's not alive. Anybody who want aliveness will dare to step out of it, to see through it. No? That is not true. Living the truth of who we are is so immediately present and available to everyone. We just don't dare to live it. No, we need daring to live it. We need courage to live it, not a method. No. So I'm inviting you to have a courage to live the purpose of life rather than getting it as an answer. No, you become that life and know yourself. No? You see, like become so one with life that you know internally what is this. No? Thank you. It's very nice.
Thank you, Rajee. Just happy to be here. So, let me say like a light question. Yeah? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, a little bit louder will be nice.
Okay, yeah. So I would say the question stems from, let's say, at least a little bit of understanding of the constantness of the being, like this, yeah? So, let me say, when a being really lives the constantness of the being, the expression, I'm not sure how to say this, yeah. Let me say it another way. So when the ego mind manifests, what happens is that it's in some sense a little bit of a distortion of the truth which manifests in the world like this. No? But when the being becomes constant or is able to live the truth of the being, then that truth manifests more directly in life, no, in the world like this, yeah. I'm wondering, are there other instances? Of course, there is one instance that I believe is true, but in the general case, in other living beings, does it manifest directly, or this ego mind or some other variation of this comes into play as well? Is my question clear?
Not so clear, mainly because I think one or two statement in between did not reach me, my
Okay.
ears.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will repeat. Yeah.
Yeah. Mostly I understood.
Okay. So my question in brief is that in the world, does the truth manifest directly through other living beings? So in humans, sometimes it gets distorted because ego mind comes into play. But does it manifest directly in other cases?
Other case mean non-human being.
Yeah, in other life forms.
Other life form. Like that. There are many different realms of consciousness present, and human is just one of them. Actually, it's not really that human is all there. Is sorry, humans, but we we don't have a monopoly here. Yes, this is true. But manifesting also is something to be understood deeply now. Through the human form, truth can manifest in the human realm, in the realm where human life happens. But through the other forms, which are not happening at these realms of consciousness, that truth cannot reach here. No, it reaches more in the form of a blessing, you can say, in the form of more peacefulness or addition to the overall consciousness in the world. Like this, it reaches like the presence of the Guru, wherever he is right now, is contributing continuously. Doesn't matter whether in that area or in that realm of consciousness where the human form is, when Guru is in the form, or and beyond it also continuously, when in the form and when not in the form also, both. So it is an example of that soul, that living form, less form, no, life form which is living beyond the human, no. Realization of truth of who we are basically the realization that I am not limited to the human form, no. Like slowly we are going to discover our home also in one way or other. What is my home? What is that home? What is that realm of consciousness or realm of life where I live, where we live? So in this way, yes, it is true. It's a very alive example of Guru itself, for example. The Guru lives in the body and beyond the body at the same time, while in the body. Funny thing to say, but it's true. That's why we stand a chance to very quickly discover the truth of who we are beyond the body. So it's like a opportunity, in a way. So this is a beautiful opportunity. If we keep waiting for those life forms which are not in the body, that's going to be very difficult. How we will connect to them, by the way? Is there a way to communicate with them? Actually not. Meaning not when we are living in the ego state. Then we don't have a direct way to communicate with them. So that's why I feel that my Guru's presence is in this form is so invaluable, so invaluable. Like we have access to both the worlds in a way at the same time. Both the worlds mean both the realms. So this is my point of view. But yeah, it's good. Thank you. Uma, you want to say something?
Thank you so much for this beautiful satsang. I want to check something with you and want to listen to you.
Yes.
I noticed something in me, like about my some time back when I was totally in personal state. I was living in totally personal state, and now while working under your guidance, I am not in that much personal state. So I revisited this time, and I noticed something that what has changed in me. This was the feeling that I want something else. I want something else. This was the thing when I was in personal state and I was not happy. I just was continuously doing something or other, if it is giving me happiness or not joyfulness or anything. And so now I want to listen to you that what should be the appropriate step at personal state, because there even we don't ready to listen, that something else can be there which I want, not just related to the personal life. There may be something else for which I am having this feeling that I want something else. So even I was not ready to listen that time. So in that state, what what one can do, like what should be the right step that person can take and can be benefited?
It is a very difficult question, really, because in the state when we are not ready to even listen, you know, then really not much can be done at this level. Then what will happen is that life will teach us first through suffering, through disturbances, that we will stop somehow that no, something is going continuously wrong and I have to stop and think, you know. So life will force us in some way, compel us in some way to stop living our life. Otherwise, we are just continuously living. Why we are like this? Why we are, you know, in Hindi we call annatha ki chaha, desire for the other, desire for something else. No? This is the core of ego. This is the core of ego, like not living what is here, but desiring something other than what we have right now. No, this is the core of ego, no? That is a core symptom or, you know, sign of ego, no? Not living what we have, but desiring something other than what we have. No? Like, and funny thing here is that we don't really know what other. And we try, we go there, we check that, we change this, we change that. But we just, it doesn't match, it never matches, no? It matches sometime, oh, very nice. Just, but it doesn't survive. After one day, after a few minutes, few hours, again back to restless. So the soul is basically living in the restless state. That is core of the ego also. Now, soul in general is outbound in the ego state, in the person state. It's going to continue searching outside for some match, for some remedy, for some peace, for this restlessness. No? And is not going to find and will get tired. No? Then will sit quietly, will do nothing, and will somehow feel its own existence. And will feel a peace which it has never felt, will feel a certain truthfulness and joyfulness about itself, which it has never felt, but it has been longing for. And that will be the end of seeking, end of restlessness, end of personal life also, personal identity also. No? But how every soul reaches here is very different for everyone. So, in that state, when we are not able to listen anything, no, I feel the stable understandings can help. Meditation and stable understandings can help, like using contemplation to reach to more stable understandings about life, not about spirituality. No? And meditation just to catch a little bit of a break from that restlessness. No? Like entering into some oasis in this desert of restlessness of the ego, no? Just for some time. Satsang also is offering this, that we come to satsang and we try to correct our understandings, basic understandings about life, about everything, that may overall help us. And it offers us the space of meditation also. No? Satsang offers the space of meditation also, no? Where we can relax, catch a break for some time. So that's all I could say. I don't think that anything else I can say right now.
Yes, this is very clear now to me also. And And I want to check one more thing also in relation to this, that when someone is in living in the personal state and is starting just start the attending satsang, and then what should be the appropriate way, what can be the appropriate way, so that they can connect with this blissful vibration of satsang, because uh, at personal state this sharing also feels like I am not understanding anything.
Yes, yes. So this sharing of satsang is offering two, three things at the same time. One is uh, the conceptual framework is trying to resolve misunderstanding at the understanding level. No? Also, it is offering a certain vibration of the being, which can be directly lived without trying to understand what is being shared. In that case, what need to be done is that we listen. It is called Shravana Yoga also in a general sense. Like listening in satsang or using the listening in satsang as a method also. No? Which basically makes us receptive for the vibration of satsang, and we get some peace, some joy, some taste of truth. No? This is what I feel can help.
Thank you so much. This is helpful for me, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I think it's a very good time. We end this meeting today. It was amazing meeting all of you. Thank you. Thank you for joining today. Thank you.